Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. So today we'll try that we'll cover red wine and white wines, the production of white wine, and after just completing the white wine, we'll be starting a new topic that would be wine. So students who have joined today, so this is your food and beverage service operation subject. The code is BHMCT 40318, right? So in this semester, you will be learning alcoholic beverages. This is just a brief that I'm giving you. So alcoholic beverages, we have covered the classification of alcoholic beverages. And then we started with the first topic, which was beer. So we have done the introduction to beer and then production of beer, types of beer, and we have done the service of beer. So then we started wine, introduction to wine, and we started even we have covered the classification of wine, and we all know that there are various steps to classify the wines. We can classify with the color, taste, and content, right? And then we started in the last lecture, I remember we started with red wine. So we have covered the introduction of red wine, the base material, and then we have covered the production of red wine. So can anyone tell me, meanwhile I'm going to open up the PPT, can anyone tell me what is the base product of red wine?
Red grapes and white grapes.
It was Sukham, it was you. Sukham has given the answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are right. So in general, like the major content, I would say 98% people use black grapes. Reason behind, because we are going to produce red wine and we need color. And color used to be released by the skin of grapes. So that's why people use 98% people use what do you say, the black grapes, right? In white wine, yes, we can use black grapes and white grapes, but yes, if we are producing white wine, we can remove the skin of black grapes, because if you remember the previous class, we had discussed that the color used to be released by the skin only, right? The color used to be present in the skin. If you remove the skin, then there would be lesser chances that color can be released. So in white wine, we can use both the grapes by removing the skin of black grapes. But in case of red wine, we are required to use 98% of, like I would say 99% is required to use black grapes or red grapes. But your answer was correct. Okay, so moving further, even like I have shared the notes also in Google Classroom. So today we will start with white wine. The production process, one thing which is very important to know, that the production process of any wine, if you are producing red wine, white wine, you are producing fortified wine and aromatized wine, sparkling wine, champagne, any kind of wine. The production, the base production or the basic method would be same. What all we need grapes. And yes, variety, which kind of grape we want, it is up to which kind of wine we are going to produce. And there are, as we have discussed, like there are 5,000 of varieties present in the world, like 5,000 variety of grapes, but we are using, or the people are using only 50 types. And there are different types of grapes that we have discussed in the previous classes, like we have done 10 to 12 grapes, red grapes, and then like Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, right? Like Blanc, Fouet Blanc. These are the like list of, I would say, number of grapes are there. and each grape have their has their own quality, the content of sugar, the wild yeast, right? The tannin, percentage of tannin there in the grape. So each and every grape has their own quality, own taste. So now what we were discussing, the basic method of preparing any wine would be same, because it is used to be produced by a single method, which is known as fermentation method. So again, we all know that if we are going to produce alcohol, any kind of alcohol, then we need to do, or we need to opt two methods. One is fermentation and another one is distillation method. So in this semester, distillation method will be covered in the later semesters, because distillation is something a higher level. So in starting, we are required to know the fermentation method. Once you will be able to understand what is fermentation, then only you can able to understand what is distillation method. Fermentation does not require distillation, like the products that can be produced by the fermentation method, they do not get distilled. But the distillation process is correlated to the fermentation. Without fermentation, distillation is not possible. So fermentation is base, and then you can choose the distillation. Distillation is something, if you need more alcohol, then you need the distillation process. If you need lighter alcohol, then fermentation process is okay. Right? If you need a lesser mechanism, then fermentation is okay. For distillation, big machines and mechanisms are required. So I am sure that you all are aware that in this semester we are just focusing on which type of method. May I have the answer? If anyone can answer that, which type of method we are learning in this semester? It is so simple, students. As you are in the initial stage of in learning how to produce alcoholic beverage, so initial stage I told you we would be learning fermentation method. The moment your level would be up, then we will be covering distillation method, because it needs some more detail, right? Like we'll be learning the things. Distillation method is something which is higher than the fermentation. I hope it is not confusing. Like I just need a cooperation from your small cooperation. Just acknowledge me with yes or no. By this way, I can move further, or I can explain again. Any idea or anything that you want to ask? Ashwin, do you have anything that you want to ask, or did you get the idea that what we are discussing right now? Ashwin.
सॉरी सर, आपकी आवाज नहीं आई मुझे, बिकॉज मेरी नेटवर्क इशू है, शायद आपकी आवाज कट रही है.
Okay. So I've not said much, but major thing that I want you to know, and I want to make you aware that in this semester, as this is your first time that you are learning how to produce alcoholic beverages. This is the first time that you are learning, right? So in this semester, you will be learning the initial step of producing alcoholic beverage. So initial mean to say the small or the first step to produce alcoholic beverage. So classification, the categories of alcoholic beverages, like we have already done this thing. That there are a list of alcoholic beverages. Alcoholic beverages mean to say those beverages that contain alcohol. The percentage could be 0.5 to 95%. that much percentage if present in any beverage, that beverage would be considered as alcoholic beverage. So the initial and the baby step to produce alcoholic beverage is the fermentation method, because there are only two methods to produce alcoholic beverage. One is fermentation and another one is distillation. So under the fermentation, what all drinks are there that can be produced through the fermentation method? One is beer, another one is wine. We have third one, cider, fourth one is perry, sixth is sake or sake. But we would be focusing on two things only right now, beer and wine. Beer has already been covered, and wine we are learning the wine. So wine is something which is produced by grapes. And alcohol, to produce alcohol, it is very important. We must have a liquid that contains sugar. And we all know that if we eat grapes, we feel sugar, we can taste sugar, right? So if we have sugar content, then we need one more item, which is yeast. We would be crushing the grapes so that juice will be extracted out or extracted. Then we will be adding yeast. Now we will keep this mixture of two things, grapes and yeast. These two things, crushed grapes and yeast. This mixture would be kept aside. And what will happen now? Can anyone answer me? We have kept this mixture aside. We have brought bunch of grapes. We have crushed it in a container, in a jug, and we have added yeast. And we have kept aside. What will happen? Student, it is so simple. I'm trying to make you understand in a simple language or simple statements by giving this example. We have brought bunch of grapes, black grapes or white grapes. We have put them in a jug. We crushed it with the help of a heavy item, right? We crushed it, and then little bit juice has been extracted. We have added yeast in that jug, and now we have kept it aside for 7 days. What will happen?
So fermentation.
Fermentation process, correct. We have kept this mixture aside because we want fermentation to be happen. If we would not add yeast, we will keep the crushed grapes aside. Do you think fermentation will be occurred?
No, sir.
Sahil Chauhan, yes. Your answer is like, if I would say, technically it is wrong. Reason behind, because your answer is correct. Why it is correct? One point, like, let me make you clear, because you have, like, we have not added yeast, but you have forgotten one thing. Every grape contains wild yeast, a layer of white kind of texture, or like a white layer is there on every grape. That white layer is wild yeast, but the quantity is quite less. So fermentation can be possible, but it will not convert the whole sugar into alcohol, because grapes contain more sugar. So we need more yeast, or equal yeast as per the grape sugar. So every grapes, what we need 24% of sugar in the grapes. Then only we can get 12% of alcohol. So technically, the answer is that the fermentation will take place, because we all know that whenever you keep anything aside, for an example, dough, right? The dough, like if I would say आपने आटा गूंद कर रखा है घर पर सुबह, in this temperature, what will happen in the evening? You have forgotten to keep that dough inside the refrigerator, and you came in the evening. What will happen? Can anyone tell me what will happen? Did you get my point? You have made a dough in the morning and you've forgotten to keep the dough in the refrigerator, and you left for the college and you came in the evening. What do you think what will happen to that dough in this particular temperature? Like today the temperature is quite different. I'm talking about the summer's temperature.
It will raise into high temperature क्योंकि उसमें yeast आ जाएगा ना.
Yeah, it will spoil. Like you cannot use it for the chapati and all. Correct? It will be started giving sour taste. Correct? Why it has happened? Just because of the fermentation. But you have not added yeast. So what I'm saying, like this is very important thing that we must know that our atmosphere, our the moisture in the air, these two things also contain yeast. These two things also can help in fermentation. If temperature is less, then the moisture or the yeast present in the moisture will not react. If temperature is high, the atmosphere present over there nearby the dough can start the fermentation process. So what we have learned over here, even though we have not added yeast, but we have raised the temperature. The temperature is around 25 degrees Celsius or just 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. Then it is quite sure that fermentation will happen, but the duration or the time would be lesser. It may start little late because you have not added artificial yeast. So to get it ferment और मतलब खराब होने में थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा, but fermentation is just like anything that being spoiled. The process is called as fermentation. So this is what we have learned over here as of now, and we'll be focusing on this thing only. So why I'm slow today, or I'm putting pressure on the fermentation, because this is initial and the base of the semester, and the same base, if you will be not like covered or clear with your base, then how come you'll be learning the distillation process? So just remember one point: we want to produce alcohol, we need two things: a content that contains sugar, right? A liquid that can, or mean to say, one thing, what we need, sugar. Second thing, we need yeast. These two things, then we will mix these two things. A chemical reaction will occur. And what will happen? Again, two things will be produced. One is alcohol, another one is CO2. If you see that bubbles are coming out during fermentation process, then this is a positive sign that your fermentation is going on or it has been started, right? A layer will be formed on the liquid. That layer has to be removed so that air can contact with that liquid. And why air? Because air also contains little bit yeast inside, right? And air will help to raise the fermentation, or it supports the fermentation process. And now our fermentation process is over after 7 to 14 days. Now your liquid, earlier it was just a sugar or grape juice, but now it is wine. It has become wine because alcohol has been produced. So this is a simple way to understand, and I would say do not get confused. It is very simple point. fermentation is not only for the alcoholic beverages, my dear. Even I think most of you are, like I would say, like a jalebi lover would be present in my class, maybe. Or the second option, curd is also. So these two things are the basic example of fermentation process, and it is a chain reaction, chain process. No one finish the curd at home properly, because what we need a spoon, a small spoon from the previous, right? The previous one, the previous mean to say the previous curd, so that we can ferment the milk again with the help of previous one. So that is chain process. So fermentation is not new to us, but yes, the alcoholic beverages are new to us. I hope my point is clear. Shall we move further? Okay. It is very important to know, my dear, like you all are now hotelier, and alcoholic beverages, distillation beverage or distilled beverages, these are the two bases to get a very good job. Because people used to ask question from these things, because these two contents are those content that have a vast knowledge. If you would go deep, and you'll find out it is quite deeper, then you are required to go more deep or deeper, and you'll find again it is again very vast or very deep. So this is very important to try to grab much and much out of it, so that you can get a good job position and good, I would say, a good opportunity in the time to come. Right? Start learning this thing. Even those who have vaccinated, you people can come over here in the college, and if you need any if you want to make yourself clear with some, like if you have some doubts, you can clear the doubts, come over here, but you must vaccinate it. Plus, second thing, library is open, you can issue the book also, and keep reading the book at home, get it reissued after the specific time which is set by the library. So these are the things that are required. Do not, like every time, do not focus on internet. Internet cannot create the interest, but book can create. Now, moving further, those who were present in the last class, they remember that we have done the production of red wine. Production of red wine. These were the, I would say, steps. But today, like, we will be learning about white wines. But before moving to white wines, I would say that just revise the red wine also. So I'll be covering one by one the steps that you are able to see on your screen. I'll be covering one by one. Then I'll let you know that which one step is missed over here or missing over here, because it is not required in the white wine as it is only required in red wine. Right? The first step, can anyone tell me what is the initial step for the production of any wine? What would be the first step?
Harvesting of grapes.
Correct. Harvesting of grapes. Very good. And harvesting mean to say we are picking up the grapes. And if we are picking up the grapes with hands, then the energy and time will be taken a lot. So we can use the another method, which is mechanical. But mechanically, if anything which is done mechanically, the quality of grapes cannot be the same as the manual one, because manually we are picking a good one, but mechanically we cannot pay attention at that time. So mechanically, after mechanically harvesting, it is like mandatory thing that we are required to screen out the content. We are required to check whether unwanted material is there present, like we can eliminate or we can remove that unwanted product. Right? So just after the harvesting, okay, one more point. What do you call that field where the grapevines are there? What do you call that?
Vineyard.
Vineyard, correct. So we are required to start the harvesting by visiting vineyard. So we'll be standing in the vineyard where all vines are there. And what type of, like, what do you call that field, the field of grapes? What do you call? Vineyard is one. The growth or that you are doing the harvesting or the growing of grapes, what do you call that process? Growing of grapes, take care of the vines. Vineyard is the area where you have like sown the seeds, but the process is known as viticulture. Like if you are growing grapes in your vineyard, in your yards, that yards will be called as vineyard, and the process, the thing that you are doing, the work you are doing, that work or the process is called as viticulture, right? So now harvesting is done. We have left our vineyard and then we came to a production house. Now tell me, what do you call that production house where wine is to be produced? Like if you would be pointing out to a building that over here wines are to be produced. So what is the technical name? Okay, technical name is winery, right? It starts from W, winery. Or then the second next thing just related to it, the whole process of producing wine is called as vinification. Vineyard is the field, viticulture is the process of growing grapes or grapevines and bringing to the production house. That production house is known as winery, and the process of producing wine is called as vinification. Right now we have we have placed the, what do you say, the grapes in the production. Now the initial step is cleaning out the unwanted material. We will check if the grape quality is good, or the other thing, people used to segregate the good quality of grape aside and the other one is like they just segregate the material so that they can produce a good quality of or different kind of wines. Now, the other step would be destocking. Stock mean to say the stem or the small content or the stem which is still present on the grape berry. So in this step, we are required to remove that stalk. That stalk is known as, I hope my voice is clear. Is screen visible to you, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what I was saying, so destocking, after destocking, we will crush the grape berry, right? Remember, we are not going to press it, but we need to crush it so that small amount of juice can be extracted slowly, and the contact with yeast can be easy, right? So just after destocking, we will crush the grapes and then we will add yeast to start the fermentation process. And then after that, pressing. Pressing for wood, because the solid particle is still there in the juice. And what will happen? So we are required to separate both the things. We are required to separate the liquid material and the solid material. For that thing, we are required to press the content, right? Just in a simple way, we will press the solid material, and the pipe is connected to the container, and liquid form would be separate. Or maybe that particular container is having a perforated base or surface where the solid particle will remain up or on the perforated plate, and then liquid part would be separated easily. Then the aging, the another name of aging, can anyone tell me what is it?
Maturing.
Right, it is maturation process, and in which, what are the two methods to mature or to start the aging process? Can, like, do you have any idea? What are the two types of container we can use for aging?
Oak barrel.
Sir, steel tank and oak plant barrel.
Not oak plant.
Wooden.
Like Avneet said the same right thing. Even Vash, you also. Not oak plant. Oak is a tree, right? So with the help of that oak tree, or the like a barrel which is made by wood of oak tree, that particular barrel is required to start the maturation process or the aging process, right? So most of the, I would say 99% wineries plus distilleries are those where distillation process to be done. So these two production houses, these are the two, I would say, organizations that produce alcoholic beverages. They used to opt for oak barrels, but now if we are because we all know that we are required to take care of the nature also, right? We all know that, and what is the value of trees. So what is happening nowadays, people have started using stainless steel, not other material. Stainless mean to say no stain would be there if you'll be placing anything in that particular container. So people have started using stainless steel also. So there are two type of container that can be used. One is oak barrel, OAK, oak barrel. Barrel is the type of structure, like is a kind of drum in which we used to place the wine for aging. And stainless steel, any kind of container, right? Any shape. So aging would be done, and as I have said one thing in the last lecture, that if we have placed we can say that if we have put 100 ml of wine in the starting of aging, and after 3 months or after 1 year, we will not get the 100 ml. We will get maybe 80 ml or 90 ml. So 10% will be not present in the container. Why would happen? Why would this happen? Do you have any idea why?
Evaporation, by the process of evaporation.
Okay, very good, Avneet. Because alcohol, the moment alcohol comes in the contact with air, it gets evaporated. All right. Similarly happens to the spirit, that most of the, like I would say the spirit, the nail polish remover. It is a spirit. If you will keep that spirit open for some time, it will get evaporated. Same thing is happening to the sanitizers also, right? So, but that thing, those things are not like suitable for human health. Mean to say that cannot be consumable. These are not the consumable items because that alcohol is methylated alcohol, and what we are talking about, that is ethylated alcohol. So alcohol has a quality that if it comes in the contact with air, oxygen, then it will get evaporated. Now your question would be, sir, that barrel is purely closed, right? It was not open from any side. Then how come this thing happened? So my answer would be, small pores are always there in the oak barrel, and it is not possible in the stainless steel. In stainless steel, it would be purely airtight, but oak barrel may contain some small pores, and due to those pores, air can come in, and that's why this thing will happen. And there is a special term given to that particular difference, and that term is given by the France people from France. They have given a term which is known as angel share. That angel has taken its share by oath. उसने खुद से अपना share ले लिया, right? Angel, like they are, like for them, angel could be just messenger to God, or they are similar to God, or maybe they are God. This is what they are thinking. And so our point is related to wine only. So aging, and during aging, these are the two things that are very important to know, that during aging process, small amount can be evaporated. And why it is evaporating? Because it got contacted with the air, and that particular difference is known as angel share. And now we are required to move further. The next step would be malolactic fermentation. Malolactic fermentation is the second fermentation, right? And nothing else, nothing big in it, but people used to go for this fermentation, and it is not the mandatory one. But this is up to the quality that has been produced. If it is not matching towards the standard, then it can, like, people can move towards the second fermentation. Fermentation is something that produce alcohol, right? And that gives a mellow taste, right? Or smoother palate, or a smoother taste, or a smoother texture of wine. So that's why the fermentation is required sometime. And the next one is filtering. Now we are required to do it because we are like just near to the end point of our production process. So filtering is required, in which we will remove the unwanted materials. And the possibility to get in the unwanted material, the possibility was the moment we harvested, that time maybe some particles can come in. During destocking, some of the items will remain there in the content, right? And then crushing, like there are many chances that unwanted material can come in. During aging also this thing happen. And now we are here to filter out. So filter can be done by a simple process, by sieve the things or by strain the things, right? Strain means to say we need a perforated plate or perforated container, in which we'll pick the filled one and we'll put into the empty one with the strainer placing upside, right? So we have filtered. Now the next step would be, even in the filter there is another step which is being done, and that step is known as fining. So fining is something, the moment you have done the filtering process, that wine has to become crystal clear. It must have some bright texture. So to give this these two things, we are required to undergo the fining process. So fining process can be done with a material that contains protein, and that protein contained material is required to put into the container, and the unwanted material can get attracted to it, and after that we will remove that protein contained material. So what could be those material? It could be an egg, right, or gallbladder, right? So these are the two major things. The gallbladder of, what do you say, a fish, that fish, a good quality of gallbladder of a particular fish, which is known as sturgeon fish, right? So the name given to that particular material is known as isinglass. So with the help of isinglass, we can make our wine clear, bright. Now fining is done. We are going to do the blending process. Blending means to say we are going to mix one or two wines together. And can anyone tell me why it is required? Why there is a need to blend your wine? Again, it is so simple. The moment, like, you will be learning by paying attention towards the logic, then you will feel the whole content will be studied easily, and you will never forget the content if you will focus on the logic, right?
So to maintain the quality of flavor.
To maintain the quality of flavor. Okay, correct. Now, it was Avneet. It was you, or name was not there on my screen. Who has given the answer?
Sir Sukham.
Sukham. Okay. So Sukham has said the correct thing. So to make you aware with the whole process, what is blending and why it is required, there could be some reasons to go for this process. Now, see, we all know that the production, if anyone is running a winery, they have some standards, and it is very important to maintain those standards. It could never be happen that last year your wine taste was different and this year your wine taste is different. Similarly, like Coke, Pepsi, Kurkure, Lay's, the standard is same. Even if you pick the Lay's over here in Amritsar, and if you are going to purchase the same flavor of Lay's in Delhi, the taste would be same, because the reason behind, they are following the standards, right? They are not compromising with these standards. So now it is quite often, like, it can happen. Maybe the fields, the vineyard was not up to the mark, the soil was not correct, or not as per the grapes required, right? As per the requirement of grape field, right? Or viticulture was not up to the mark. You have not you have not taken care very well, like, of the vines, mean to say, right? Even the rain was not on proper time, and harvesting has been done little early or little late. So all those things purely affects the quality of wine. And now, to maintain the standard, that's why we need blending. And blending can be done with the same wine that we have produced few years back. And I've told you in the last class that every winery, they used to keep a good quality of wine remain with them. If they have produced a very good quality of wine in 2005, then some of amount they will definitely keep with them, because they know if there is if the weather was not up to the mark, if in the future the wine quality would not be as per the standards, then we can mix it with the previous one, right? So this is the like, these are, I would say, these are the logics or reasons why we need blending, right? And after that, some of the persons, they keep or they go for the aging process so that both the wines can marry together. This is another term they used to use, that the alcoholic beverages or the wine can get married together just after the blending. They go for the aging process. They keep their wine rest for some time, right? And then our blending is over. Wine is ready for the bottling process. Now bottling is being done, and little space would be there in the bottle even you have filled the wine, because as per the size or as per the standard you have filled the bottle, but still it is required to keep the like a small space in the bottle. So if there would be space, then it is 100% sure, like we all know that the oxygen would be there in that content or that particular space. So to remove that oxygen, we need to do one further step, which is we can infuse nitrogen or CO2 in that particular space, and immediately we can close it with a cap. Now cap, again, there are two ways of capping. One could be the traditional one, which is a cork, and then the another one is the new method with the screw method, a screw way. Right? So these are the only and simple steps to produce white wine. Right? So if you pay attention to the headings only, do not, like, it is very important. One thing I've skipped, that you cannot eliminate one point, any point, or you cannot change the sequence also. You cannot do the destocking in the middle part, that you have started the fermentation process and you have forgotten the destocking process. Now you will jump into the container and you will start destocking the grapes. That will not be possible, right? Even you have forgotten the crushing process and you are in the bottling. Now you are in the bottling step. You cannot crush the grapes during bottling. Now, like, what major thing that I want to say, sequence is very important during the process. So if you will skip any sequence, if you will change or swap any sequence, then the production, there would be no meaning of the production process. Right, students? So I would suggest that every time if you want to learn a new thing, which is quite practical thing, then try to find out the logic and focus on the logic. Then by default, you will learn the content. Logic, if I would say, or you would ask me that what logic would be there in like for every step, it is so simple. Whenever we used to buy any material, especially fruit, we used to check at our home that whether each and every product was good, right? So that process is called as screening. So if you go further, you need to crush it. Why you need to crush it? Because you need to release the juice. If you will be able to extract the juice, then only yeast can work. That's why crushing is required. And why fermentation? What is logic behind it? Because This is the only step to produce alcohol, and our common goal and the major goal is to produce alcohol. So just after the alcohol, we have done the fermentation. Why there is pressing? Because now we need only liquid item. We need to screen out, or we need to filter out the solid material. And then now after pressing, you have a young wine. But young wine, every time, just remember one thing: whenever there is a young wine, it used to give a harsh taste, right? So to make it mellow, to make it smoother, we need aging, and aging can be done with two things. One is oak barrel, and another one is the stainless steel. So after oak barrel, after aging, maybe some solid particle or foreign particles are there. We need filtration process, filtering, and we need to clear the wine by adding protein material, then blending, bottling is done, paste the label, and your wine is ready. Anything that you want to ask related to it? Anyone? Okay. I may ask in another way. Like, are the points clear to you?
Yes, sir.
So just let's see the pictures. If any picture which is relevant to the content, I have downloaded some pictures. Just see. So this is the hydraulic press. See, the walls of that container is perforated. Perforated means to say small holes are there, and crushing is being done. And just see, underneath there is a blue bucket where the juice is being extracted, right? So this is the hydraulic press, and the another one is revolving. This is also one of the method by which the grapes being crushed, and then they will be ready for the fermentation process. Now see, if you will pay attention towards the picture, some of the grapes, like you will find that some grapes are spoiled, or some grapes are not in a good quality, right, in a good shape, or what do you say? But so these are the reasons. That's why we need filtration process. Even you can see the stems are still there, like they have placed the whole bunches, they have not separated from the stems. So if, like we all know that if we will bite any stem, especially grape, then you can get a bitter taste. That bitter taste is called as tannin, right? Now if we will move further, what next? This is cylindrical machine. Again, it is very simple to understand. And foot press, this is the traditional method people were using, even maybe like people are using right now also, like nowadays even. And the pneumatic baths, this is kind of, just see the, like this is a, I would say, a GIF picture. I don't know like what is the proper pronunciation or proper, the GIF I have downloaded and I placed over here. Just see the animation which is going on. This is the 6th step. The first one is filling of the grapes. Now it is ready for the press. Now see the oxygen, replacement of oxygen with nitrogen. Now the air pressure is there, and it is pressing the grapes, and the juice is getting collected in the down container, right? And nitrogen cylinder is there attached. Now it is empty. So this is pneumatic bath. Moving further, production of white wine. These are the steps we have already done. And I have one more picture after bottling. Okay, see the pictures. Just start from the top left where grapes are there. So grapes are moving to the after harvesting, we have placed in the grapes are ready for the screening process. Then move further, pressing step, right, which is crushing, and then there would be juice, sediment would be there, then the filtration process, small filtration process or clarification just to remove the sediments. And then what will happen? Fermentation by adding yeast, and then aging. Now see, aging, they have mentioned 2 arrows, right? Aging can be done in 2 ways, even they have mentioned in the 3 ways actually, right? So oak and steel is the common one. This is what we will learn, and then bottling, cork, label, and it is ready to sell. So this is the whole process, flow process of white wine. Anything that you want to ask, you may ask. Otherwise, we will move further. Okay. An important point related to it: white wine used to be served chilled, right? Whenever guest orders for white wine, it must be chilled. We cannot serve. It is not commendable that white wine should be served. Should not be served on room temperature. And as you remember, I've told you one thing, that if you are serving cold item, then your dish, your container should also be cold. For an example, if you are serving beer used to be served chilled, then your glass should be chilled, right? If you are serving tea used to be served hot, your cup should be hot, right? And if you are serving white wine, then again, you all know that white wine used to be served chilled, then glass should be chilled. And red wine used to be served at room temperature. Whatever room temperature is there, there is no need to raise the temperature or low down the temperature. Whatever the temperature is there in the cellar, the same temperature is required for the red wine, right? So in the next class, I would make you aware that how to decant the red wine, how to serve the red wine. I will make you aware, or I'll teach you how to serve red wine. Just remember one thing, it is happening in the red wine case only, because we know that in case of red wine, we do not focus on removing stalks, removing seeds and all, right? Because red wine, we need color. Red wine, the texture, the taste of red wine is little harsh than the white wine, or it is little heavier than the white wine. And it is because of the skin, seed, stalk, we used to crush together, right? But during filtration process, we remove most of the, even I would say all of the solid particle we have removed in the filtration process. But over here, we all must know that even after bottling, some of the particle, for an example, we have done the bottling process, and now that bottle is there in the restaurant, and it has been 1 year past that red wine bottle is on a same position. And what will happen? The solid particle will start settling down. And if anyone will pick that bottle and they will keep that bottle just before the light, then they will see the solid particle are settling down. They settled down in the bottom. Now this is the, here the skill and the technique should be used by the service personnel. We are not required to shake the bottle, right? No one recommend, no one says that before serving shake it well. No, it is not required with the red wine. So what we all need to do, we need to decant the bottle. Decant mean to say there is an equipment you have done in the first semester which is known as decanter, the glass container, right? So now what we all need to do is we need to decant the red wine, mean to say from the bottle to the decanter, and it has to be done skillful manner, with a skillful manner. Reason behind, if you will pour so quickly, what will happen, the sediments will also come along with the wine. So our purpose will not be solved. Our major purpose is we need to decant so that sediments can remain at the bottom and a good quality of wine can be separated from the sediments. And it is done with the help of candle. It is required to light the candle, right? And then in one hand we are required to hold the decanter, and another hand it is required to hold the red wine. And why candle? So with the help of candle light, we would be able to see the sediments, right? So slowly we are required to pour the red wine from the bottle to the decanter. The moment sediments are coming along with the wine, we are required to stop pouring. And maybe your question is coming in your mind that wine used to be very costly, so most of the amount would be remain there in the bottle. Yes, you are right. Like people go for, or I would like most of the content would go as a wasted material, because we cannot keep that material for the next use. As we all know that the wine may convert into vinegar if it will come in contact with the air. So most of the wine may get spoiled, but not much. Reason behind, nowadays technology is very high, so filtration process, they used to go for 1 or 2 filtration process, and so that the sediments, the settlement of sediment in the bottle will remain less, will go will be less, I would say, right? So that lesser red wine would be wasted during the decanting process. Okay. And that is the reason why we are required to place the wine bottles horizontally, right? So that sediments can place at the bottom and then we can pour slowly. Right, so red wine used to be served at room temperature, white wine used to be served at the chilled temperature. I hope my points are clear. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So let me start the another slide. Okay. Most of the students, they are asking question related to assignment that I have given to you. Let me make you clear that this particular assignment is required to write down on the paper, and you can use normal assignment sheets that are available in the market. You can use that one. But yes, whenever you are writing online final examination, then only you are required to use the plain sheet, or as per the standards that you receive or the guidelines you receive from the CPSC. But in case of assignment, you can write down the assignment on assignment sheet, simple plain assignment sheets that are quite available in your surrounding market. Don't go for any other I would say don't spend a lot on these things, right? And next assignment, I would say that I'll give you in a PPT form. You are required to create PPT. And then third one would be again in a written form. Right? And the classroom link is there. Like even I have shared the classroom link also. You can submit the assignment as per the date you have given. So I'm going to open up the new slide. So white wine is done. Okay, so we will be starting a new type of wine, which is champagne, right? Do you have any idea what is champagne? Anyone that have any idea what is champagne?
Sir,
Okay,
sir, direct it is produced in Spanish region.
I'm sorry, dear, your voice was not clear. Will you please repeat?
It's especially
Mohammed Bash, I think
it's especially
you are not in a proper location where network is proper. Like just change the location, so maybe that will work. Okay. So I hope screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. So in simple words, let me make you clear what is champagne. Champagne is costliest, I would say costliest wine, and people used to use it during the ceremonies or celebrations, right? So it is a wine that contains carbon dioxide, and I would say just remember the slide in which we have done the classification of wines. So classification of wines according to the content, one was still wine, another one was 45, right? Then sparkling and aromatized. Every time we are required to prepare still wine, and now we are need to change it by adding different material. So if once we have produced still wine, then we are required to inject, or we are required to inject what is carbon dioxide. Then what will happen? We'll get champagne. But this is not the only and only logic behind it. Champagne are the sparkling wines. Sparkling wines mean to say those wines that contains carbon dioxide. But champagne are those that are produced in Champagne region of France. Right? Champagne, there is a famous line, or a line very much related to it. Every champagne is a sparkling wine, but every sparkling wine is not champagne. Sparkling wine, let me make you clear over here in one. Now, if we, like another example related to it, if we will bring the grapes from Champagne region, the place which is there in France, we have brought the grapes and we brought the grapes to India. And we have started preparing or producing wine, would you think that we will be that wine would be considered as champagne? What do you say? We have brought the grapes to India. That grapes grown in Champagne region. So we have brought the same grapes to India and we started producing champagne or the sparkling wine. So do you think we will call it champagne?
So no.
Very good. It is so simple to understand. Champagne, like we will call champagne to those sparkling wines that are produced in Champagne region of France. The growth of grape vineyard was in Champagne. And why we are focusing on Champagne? There is again logic, because the soil, the atmosphere is very much suitable there in Champagne region. It is happening in India also. Like Jalandhar is quite famous for potato, right? The potato fields. So if you will grow potato over here, you will not get the good quality as per the Jalandhar's field. Similarly, Hoshiarpur is for another thing, and in Amritsar. So why people are growing these particular specific fields? Reason behind the soil, atmosphere, temperature, everything is related to that thing, that particular field. Got my point? And similarly, so Champagne, why we are making it quite separate from other sparkling wines? Because it is the vineyard was there in Champagne, winery was there in Champagne, water, growth, bottling, everything is there, and even aging also. Right? So just start with the introduction. So champagne is a sparkling wine produced from grapes grown in Champagne region. The spelling would be same, but the moment you are going to announce bottle, then the pronunciation would be champagne. If you are going to announce or introduce the region, then you are required to pronounce Champagne of France. Maybe some of you are chanting now the Champagne. Maybe some of you are trying to call Champagne at your houses right now. So champagne is one of that produced by the method Champagne. Now what is it? If we talk about red wine production, there is no name given to the production of red wine. There is no given to the name of the production of white wine, but there is a special name given to production of champagne. So that name is Methode Champagne, right? So this is the name given to the production process of champagne. So if I would ask you what is Methode Champagne, so it is a method to produce champagne, and champagne is what? A wine, a sparkling wine, which is produced from the grapes grown in the Champagne region. I hope you are getting my points. Is
Yes,
answer
sir.
like- okay, fine. So now let's go further related to the grapes. What all types of grapes? So it is very important to learn these grapes, right? And grapes there are three types of grapes as I have discussed. The first one is Pinot Noir. It is black grape, Pinot Noir. Like I would say, do not focus on the pronunciation right now. Just learn the spellings. Pinot Meunier, again it is black grape. Now Chardonnay, it is white. So these are the three very like good grapes or good quality of grapes that are required to produce champagne, right? So these three, and it is required to learn on tips that if like all of you must know these things on tips, that what all three grapes are there to produce champagne: Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and Chardonnay. So moving further, right? So these are the bottles of champagne that you are able to see on the screen. Now wine making, we all know that wine making, we need to produce wine, right? So this is Chardonnay grape, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier, right? Moving further, some facts related to, okay, Dom Perignon. What is it? This is, I would suggest you just take a screenshot of like all these brand names, right? Dom Perignon, and see the price rate, like price of this bottle. And you will find out and you'll be surprised that like this much price of a single bottle, right? Dom Perignon, Moët Chandon, like that one is also very famous, and if like it is seen in so many movies also. Now related to Dom Perignon, what is it? Champagne invented in 1693. See how much old that champagne is. And champagne bottle produced each year 337 million. And see, like 337 million bottles are being produced every year. More than 190 countries. Actually, like I think if I am not like maybe numbers would be wrong. We have more like around 195 countries in whole world, maybe. And just see, we can see that champagne is being distributed or being exported to all of the countries, or we can say that the whole world. Some more facts. So developed in France naturally because champagne is being produced in Champagne 300 years back. Coronation mean to say, especially for the kings, like the moment they are in the celebration of kings, in simple words, they started this process, right? And then commercial production of champagne began in about 1700. Earlier it was for the French kings only. Champagne was known worldwide in 18th century. Again, like commercially, if they started it on a commercial basis, but it was in the France only. But to the world, it came around in 18th century. So champagne has 3 times more gas than beer. See the difference. Beer also contains carbon dioxide, but it has 3 times more than the beer. Even like some more interesting points are there. The cork can reach a speed of around 40 kilometers, 64 kilometers per hour. The meaning of this line is, if anyone will open up the cork of a champagne bottle, then the speed it will reach up to 64 kilometers per hour. This is the speed of, like I would say, like nowadays, big cars that are coming like in a first gear, like it is so easily the big cars can go up to 60 kilometers per hour just on a few seconds. So this is a big thing in terms of mechanical line. Like if any car which is going 60 kilometers per hour within seconds, that particular car is considered as a good kind of car. So see, like now comparison with the cork. The cork will go, the moment anyone will open up, it will go 40 miles per hour. So champagne cork can travel some distance. Now see, like let's just check that how much distance it would be. 54 meters, like the longest recorded flight. To say, like we are standing over here for an example, and we have opened that cork, and the longest one was 54 meters. The cork flew and dropped at 54 meters, 177 feet. And why this thing is happening? Just to tell you that the power of carbon dioxide or the amount of carbon dioxide present in the champagne bottle, right? So in a 750 ml bottle of champagne, there are 49 million bubbles. So these are some of the effects. Approximately 49 million bubbles of carbon dioxide would be present in 750 ml bottle. And champagne is the only alcoholic beverage that have multiple sizes, like that have multiple sizes in the market. In simple word, like we can imagine maybe the size of a bottle could be 2 liter, 3 liter, 4 liter, right? Now see, the champagne bottle can be of 20 liters. And you can imagine, even I would suggest you just search the sizes of champagne bottle. I have written, like after this slide, like we'll close it, we'll launch the polls. So just to make you aware of one slide, see the sizes: 185 ml, 375, 750, two bottles. Two bottle mean to say 750 and 750. So these are the sizes and names of champagne bottle that are available in the market. And see, it goes up to 20 bottles. A single bottle that contains multiplies 75 into 20. 750 meters, 750 ml into 20 bottles. This much quantity in a single bottle. It is available in the market. So champagne is the only alcoholic beverage that comes in a variety of sizes. And you can Google it and you will be surprised at how much big sizes would be there. Even I have the picture also. So this is the small picture, like one of the small picture, I would say. You can get a very good ideas that how many sizes are there. Like see the price of a single bottle, 40,000. And we will cover, or we will complete this champagne in the next class. Now we are left with only 5 minutes. I would suggest that go for the polling, and we will cover this one in the next class. Right? And I would suggest that the moment you will be coming for the next class, you must have some idea. Just have a, like, just read something related to champagne the moment you will be coming for the next class. Then that would be little interesting for everyone, right? So the moment you'll be coming, just have an idea, just read out something related to champagne, and then we will discuss in the next class. And now I am going to launch the poll, so you have to be quick. I hope like polling is on your screen, you are able to see it. So students, start answering. Have you started, students? Because I'm not able, like I'm not able to see the answers right now. No one has filled any answer as of now. This is what on my screen. If you have started filling, anyone can acknowledge me by saying yes or no. Okay, addition of yeast in the must over, like the must over here mean to say the crushed grapes. It is not the other must. Only 3 students have filled yet. 3 out of 22. It's a very small figure, very good. Graph is going up. So addition of yeast in the must is called as maturation process. Oh, this is the wrong answer, my dear. I feel bad if you people will like putting wrong answer or giving wrong answer, because we feel that we were not able to make you clear with the content. Even after my answer, that still people are putting or like selecting maturation process. Now maturation in stainless steel provides heavier wine can be produced by oak barrels. White wine served chilled. 2 persons have said no. Again, this is kind of, I would say, a wrong answer. And then red wine served at room temperature, not chilled. Size of a pint is 0. Oh. Okay, 5 students are still pending. I will close the poll just after 30 seconds. And student, just to make you aware, we all teachers, like just after the lecture, a report used to be generated by the Zoom app. Like we can download that report. And we used to download that report. How many of you attended lecture for how many, like how much time, the duration, right? And next thing, we are quite like it is quite accessible that we can download. How many of you have given the answers and which answer given by which student? All right, so I would suggest that it is a good thing that if you will select the right answer, and your attendance is quite related or directly proportional to the whole content. 5 students have not filled the polling. It means you are not demanding for the attendance. Is it so, students? Okay. I'm going to close the poll. Okay. Just after the class, I will share the names of those students who have not submitted the polling, right? You will see the names in the group. Now I'm going to share the result. The addition of yeast in the must is called as fermentation, not the maturation process. During maturation, we do not add yeast because we do add yeast just in the fermentation process or for the fermentation process. So maturation in stainless steel will provide lighter wines. Reason behind, if we mature the wine in oak barrel, then there are more possibilities that oak will releases color, flavor, right? And the previous wine is there observed by the oak or wood, and the same thing is getting contacted with the new wine. So that are the reason, like these are the reasons, that's why it become heavier. Now the lighter one. So mature in stainless steel is it produce lighter one. So white wines served chilled, not the same the room temperature, and red wine served at room temperature. Sizes of a pint is 375 ml. Jeroboam has size of a 4 bottles. So thank you so much, students. I'm going to stop the polling. And you have two things that you are required to do in this weekend. Study about champagne, right, and fortified wines also, because our next topic would be fortified wine. And then complete your assignment in time. I have shared the notes also there in the classroom. So I want you to write down all those content in your theory journal. And the moment I'll be sharing some practical content, then you are required to write down on a practical journal. So it is required that keep updating your journals. We will be asking anytime. So at that time, like if anyone will not be able to show the up-to-date content that it is, then it would be we would be bound to move further for a harsh action, my dear. So thank you so much, students. I'm going to close the class. We'll meet in the next class. Be ready with and be prepared with the champagne and the assignments. Thank you so much, students.
Thank you.